What's up? What's good, everybody? This is Alanda Gregory, aka Goldie. Goldie loves you. And I am here for the ninth installment of Still Bleeding. We're covering emotional well being, we're covering spiritual well being, and what it's like to heal wounds that we have been walking around still open, still uncovered, things that we have not resolved. So, we're going to talk about that in this ninth installment. So, first, what I want to do, I want to just let you know, follow my page. First 100 subscribers get something free. And if you'd like to follow me, go ahead and hit subscribe so you won't miss an update. Also follow me on Facebook. Look up Goldie Loves You Wellness Coaching. If you want to join the group, there's a group connected to Alanda, the entrepreneur, or just Goldie Wellness Coaching. Then you can also just go to my website. You have the links to everything. You can follow me, Google me, you'll find Goldie Loves You. And I truly do. I have a love for people, and I want people to live their best lives. Okay? So, we've been talking about and covering the 10 installments of this, right? So we did 8 already. And in the last one, we talked about different types of love. What are the different types of love? And we also talked about that love out of the heart flows the issues of life. We talked about last week, and I'm going to keep talking about out of the heart flows the issues of life, because in this week we're going to talk about what spiritual wellness is. In the last installment on week 8, we talked about the greatest love of all is you. If you truly believe that you are the greatest love of all, if we all understand that we are the greatest love of all individually, I am, you are, none of us are loved more than the other person. We beat ourselves up so much thinking that we're not loved, or we're unlovable, or the people that used to love us don't love us anymore. So we don't open ourselves to loving or receiving love from other people, because it's not who we want it from. We have flowing love flowing in and can flow out. You know what I'm saying? So if you have the capacity to at least love once, trust and believe me that there is no limit to love. There's no limit on receiving or giving love. That's if you look at the heart and how the heart filters blood in and out, and it flows. You got all these different veins and arteries throughout your body that the blood flows through. You have ways to detox your blood, and it pumps back through your heart so it can keep going. That is still a resemblance of what love is. If you look at it, they talk about the heart, what your heart pours, and things like that. It's really the same thing. So out of the heart flows the issues of life. So if you can have issues that flow out of your heart continuously, you can have love to do the same thing. All right. So this week on part 9, we're going to talk about we're speaking about wellness, spiritual wellness. And with the spiritual wellness, I just want to let you know, hold on, I'm trying to move some things out of the way. So spiritual wellness, and what is spiritual wellness? Okay, the definition of spiritual wellness is this. It's a personal matter involving values and beliefs that provide a purpose in our lives. It is better to ponder the meaning of life for ourselves and to be tolerant of the beliefs of others than to close our minds and become intolerant. Doesn't that sound like if you get fixated on believing one thing and one thing only, you are not allowing your heart to flow? Oh, the issues of life. Your issues of life is if you are so steadfast on not accepting nobody else's religious practice, your issues are flowing out that you are not open to God's love. You are just going to put it out there. You got conditions on how you love. You got conditions on who you are, so how other people see you in this world. Therefore, this is what I think. What you think is wrong. How is that love? See, love don't have conditions. Love is not a conditional type matter. Love is love. You also, however, You can love everyone, but you don't have to tolerate everybody. When I say tolerate, I mean you don't stick up to abuse. You don't allow abusive people to continuously abuse you because you have that love for yourself. You are the greatest love. If you believe you are the greatest love, you have great love for yourself. You won't let other people abuse you. There's other people that are looking for you to love you, and that the people that abuse you, they don't know what they're doing. But you're not to stick around to teach them. Okay? All right. So we have to understand that spiritual wellness is how we take care of ourselves, how we take care of the world around us, how we view the world around us, how the world around us are, how it flows with us on a daily basis, how we're flowing with the issues of life. How are we moving around? What is your spiritual wellness? What can you say you're doing to check in with yourself, with your spiritual wellness? So, here are some ways that you can take care of your spiritual health. And I'm not going to be long before you because these last couple of parts are going to tap into some resources so you can start discovering what is healthy for you, how you're going to set forth in your purpose so you can help heal other people. That's what my intention is for other people to learn how to heal, learn how to take care of themselves, love themselves, embrace who they are, live in perfect self-expression, stop living to other people's standards because you're neglecting yourself when you're living to other people's standards. You're not spiritually fit when you're wavering to and fro because you want to be liked. That's not spiritual wellness. You're trying to adapt, or you're trying to stay in the know or in whatever so you can be accepted. Spiritual wellness is not about acceptance. Spiritual wellness is about overall being overall embracing who you are and being okay with it and living in perfect expression, expressing yourself, being who you are and not apologizing for it, as well as outpouring your love of who you are so other people can feel your love, so they can feel the room to grow, the room to express themselves, the room to feel that they can practice anything they want to practice without feeling like you're going to shame them. That the work, spiritual wellness start with us, not religious. Not religious. Religion is a mask that people or a title that people have to put on in order to have others, understand where they come from. So they can feel, so they won't make people uncomfortable. If they don't say that they're not, if they say they're not Christian, then they feel that, no, whatever. That's not spiritual wellness. Spiritual wellness is knowing whatever you practice. If you practice Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, you are spiritually fine in that, and you are practicing you have daily practices that is not only improving your spiritual health, but you are also helping others around you embrace who they are, love who they are, grow in their space as well as you growing in yours. The intent is to not harm, because spiritual wellness is not harming other people. However, spiritual wellness is also defending who you are without people abusing you. There's a difference. Okay? So let's talk about ways you can take care of your spiritual health. First, you explore what spiritual practice resonate with you. What is it that you practice? Yeah, I grew up in a Baptist family, Baptist Pentecostal, and maybe a couple of Catholics, not sure. But I do know that it was a heavy Christian background, and where I am right now, I consider myself a spiritual practitioner. I read the Bible, I read other references, spiritual texts. I will pick up the book the Buddhists use. I will pick up Quran. I would even find the Kabbalah. There's a lot of different things that I feel that resonate with me. I pick it up. Also, pick up philosophy books because that helped me go into depth into far as a philosophy as how we move around in the world, how we think, how we process information. There's a lot of information out there, and if whatever resonates with me spiritually, I take it in, I process it, and I apply it. If you look at it and if you think about and if you look at all of it in context, it's pretty much the same thing. If it leads to God, is nothing wrong with it. When I say God, God, the source. If it's leading back to the source of creation, the universe, it leads back to God. It leads back to the creator. It leads back to the one who created us. So know what your spiritual practice is. And when you know it, just explore it. You might try different things. Whatever stick with you, go with it. Okay? And this is after you start working on healing, because the spiritual wellness piece is going to help you heal further of the wounds that you've had. So it's going to help you heal. So your spiritual wellness, your practice is going to help you process some of the things that hurt you. There's meditation involved. Meditation, prayer, whatever rings out to you. You may even get a spiritual mentor, someone that's going to assist you in healing, because that's what this is all about. Your spiritual wellness is a big part of your healing. Okay. Next, watch less television and news. There's triggers that we're still working on. Like I said, this is a 10-part series. I'm not covering it's impossible for me to cover everything. Otherwise it'd have been 20 parts to this. So what is it that we're doing? There may be some triggers. There are a lot of people that were very disappointed of the election the presidential election. And a lot of people had taken it very hard. They saw some things and they seen some things that have turned out to be very ugly, quite ugly, and it bothered them. They are in the process of healing from 2 years ago, going into 3 years ago. So my suggestion, actually 3 years ago, because that's when the president was elected, almost 3 years ago, knowing this happened, what do? There's a lot of things going to trigger you. There's things you have to just not do. Turn the TV off. Watch less news. Yes, you may want to be updated on some things. Okay, catch a recap and keep it moving. But if you're in the process of healing right now, the last thing you want to do is sit in front of a television. The last thing you want to do is watch something that's going to bring up things that you're trying to heal or you're trying to hide. Because sometimes we watch TV just to veg out, so we don't have to do the work. So television and news, turn it off. Watch less of it, because you have to be committed right now that you want to heal from the things that have hurt you. So if you watch the first 8 of Still Bleeding, you know what I'm talking about. Spend less time on social media. There is a lot of triggers on social media. There's a lot of things on there. People may say things, a lot of opinions flying around. There may be somebody that say something crazy to you on social media, and then here we go. Something happens. It's a trigger. Then guess what? You off your spiritual square. I'm just saying. And be positive. And it's so easy, it's so flighty to say be positive, stay positive. No. Be positive, meaning that you choose that you are going to feed your joy. You will, no matter what comes your way, process it. Be grateful for the moment that you're able to, something is on the other side of the challenge. Stay positive, stay focused, stay on wanting to be better, stay focused on wanting to heal, stay focused on spiritual wellness, because on the other side of that challenge is your blessing. You're going to get more in depth into your joy. You have no idea how much joy is on the other side of that challenge. Therefore, just be positive. Practice positivity. If you feel down in the dumps, when I did say watch less television, find something that's going to entertain you. Go out. Go be with some friends. Go find one of your friends that's funny, or someone that makes you that brings you joy and gets you laughing. Do that. Do something that's going to make you feel good. Music. It may be some books, some comics in the newspaper, a graphic novel, something that's going to get you to take you, not just take your mind off, but to steer you clear of things that are going to trigger you back into a quagmire that what's the sense? What's the use? It's not going to happen. Yes, there is always a flip side to everything. There's no definite. And spend less time with negative people. Spend less time with negative people. So when I said be positive, stay positive, you got to go relax. Enjoy yourself. Find a group of people that like to hang out. If you're single, find someone else that is single that you all just go hang out. This is when you're in your spiritual wellness, what you want to do is do a lot less drinking, a lot less sex with other people if you're single. You want to do a lot less of that because you are opening up to other spiritual attacks. If you are in a place that you haven't healed or you haven't forgiven your ex and you still feeling a certain kind of way about your baby daddy, your baby mother, you are going to have to stay away from a relationship for a while until you get spiritually on your square and you at 100%. Then when you come forth to date, you can go dating, but don't get intimate with anybody yet. If you cannot seriously get intimate with yourself, and I'm not talking about intimate with yourself as far as how can I put this lightly? You know what I'm saying. Get intimate with a toy or whatever. That's not intimate. That's just satisfying the moment. Well, if you can't get intimate with yourself, let me explain what I mean. Intimacy with yourself is this. If you cannot sit and write down the things that you would like to address about yourself, or things that are wrong that you see that you can improve on. If you cannot sit and look yourself in the mirror and say that you love you, like say and look in the mirror and say, I love you. If you cannot do that, you cannot be intimate with anyone. If you can't be intimate with yourself, get down and dirty, start peeling off the layers of the things that you have been hiding and running from, baby, you should not be getting intimate with nobody. Period. Stay on your spiritual square. All right. So you spend less time with negative people. If you can't change the negative mood, the negative mood of people, don't stay around for the mood to change. Because what's going to happen, you're going to get stuck in it. Especially if you used to gossiping, if you used to hearing about bad news about other people, if you just like to sit back and just rag on what's not right in the world and what's not going to change, and the rich people do this and the poor that, and we ain't going to. That's negative. And if you are committed to changing who you are, if you want to take a stand to be better in your life and heal these wounds that you've been walking around bleeding all over the place, you want to stay away from negative people. Spend less time with them. Even if you got to spend time with yourself, if you're one of those negative people, guess what? You're going to have to do some work. Watch the first 8 of this series and you will know what I'm talking about. Keep a journal. Start your day writing about what you're grateful for. That's a mood changer. Write only what you are grateful for. Don't say I'm grateful for, but I feel better if I had more money. No. That's not great. That's not gratitude. You about to bitch and moan. This is about to be a complaint session. Who are you complaining to? You're talking to yourself. You're feeding this doubt back into you're trying to purge yourself of this mess, not keeping it in. Okay? Your subconscious knows nothing about good and bad. It only knows what you're giving it. And if you see only the bad, your subconscious is going to keep processing it. It's going to keep bringing you back to things that you do not want to let go of. All right? So keep a journal. If you have a dream or an idea, write it down. Monitor what triggers you and write them down in a journal. Journal at night what you're grateful for. So you're gonna journal. And while you journaling, you may have an idea. Write it down. So whatever comes down in your mind right then, you just think about it. Are you grateful for it? If you're not grateful for it, get you another journal and write down your complaints, because that's another thing. You can do that. You can complain, but you want to look at your gratitude journal, because every time you think of something bad or you read something bad, go to your gratitude journal and count your blessings. All right. Exercise. How you keep your spiritual wellness? Exercise. Exercise. You have no idea. I've been getting up in the morning with my doggy, and we've been going out for our morning walks and the evenings. And it's just something about, I have to really when I say get up, I have to really get myself up, get going, get moving, because that daytime, that sun, the fresh morning, that fresh morning smell, freshly cut grass, and if it's in the summertime, just something about that first thing in the morning air that gets you in a mood to just like take on the day. You will be surprised how much stimulation you get from being out in nature. So get some exercise, but consult a doctor before you start doing a workout. Consult a fitness trainer, so you can, if you do some light impact, just get out for a walk. Walking helps you, because at that point you get inspired. You start feeling, you, like I said, the endorphins in the morning will start getting you going. You feel like you can just tackle the world, just feel good. I mean, you have no idea how good you'll feel. All right. And change your space, change your living space. So many times I have to change my space back here. I have my plant back here, my mom's picture. I have to change my space. This is my office, my workspace. And the front is my other workspace, but it's more of a meeting space. And the front office, it have comfy chairs. That is for people that want to come over. We're talking, we're meeting. I have a session, and they're in a comfy chair. I even have a recliner up there if you want to sit back and just, I have someone to come over, get back in the chair. They just laid back and they just boo-hooed, and they felt better. So I have two different, this here, back here is just for working. I change my space often, because if there's certain things that I don't like about my space, I start changing it. Okay. And so it does. It stimulate you're changing your space, stimulates your energy, stimulates good energy. When you start purging stuff, start throwing shit away. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to cuss. Start throwing things away. Something else about spiritual wellness. Do something good for someone. Do a random act of kindness. Don't get on social media telling everybody what you did. And when you bless somebody today, you don't want to do that. You want to just do something for someone. You see someone in need help, maybe they drop something, pick it up for them. You see someone in a line that you may be in front of or behind, say you behind someone that can't pay all their grocery bills, or they at the store and they don't have enough change. You got it, give it to them. Give them the 15 cents that they need so they can finish paying for something. Buy their groceries if you got it like that. Start doing things, because you have no idea. Just one act of kindness can help you start feeling better about yourself. So you just tap into things you have no idea, like, oh, I did that. Oh, I feel good about that. So this is what you want. This helps with your spiritual wellness. Okay. Also, what else? Volunteer, help others, travel. So when you travel, what you want to do when you travel, let me make sure I got this on right. When you travel, you don't want to be a tourist. You see, when you go and be a tourist, you only going just to say you did it. And you're just going, just saying, telling, you take a lot of pictures and show everybody that you've been there. Your travel experience should be just that. It's an experience. You're going to learn. You're going to see what's there, how the people live, what can you take in, what piece of information that you can actually draw in to help you spiritually. What can you tap into? There's a lot of different types. You'll be surprised how much wonder is around this world. Just being a tourist, you, more than likely when you go in as a tourist, you're going to man-made type of things. Nothing wrong with it, but it's usually a tourist attraction. They hike up their prices so you can experience what everybody else is experiencing. I guarantee you, if you go to travel for an experience, you go to a place that all the tourists don't go. You know, you get your tour guide, you get somebody to travel with you. Say you want to go to this spiritual ground, you want to go into this land, or not land, a park. You want to go. Say you go. I went to Peru. And we didn't go as tourists. We hiked, and we hiked the Inca Trail. What we did the touristy spots. That was after we did our hiking. So when we did the hiking, we learned a lot about that land. We learned a lot about the Incas. We learned a lot. There was a lot of spiritual energy and a lot of spiritual forces. And we just tapped in and we just felt the energy there. And it made me feel so good. It made me feel grateful. I had time to talk and speak, talk to God and just wonder, like, or ponder on what my purpose is and how, I just want to live my life to be blah, blah, blah. These type of things get you to thinking. See, when you go be a tourist, you're going to drink, you're going this, you're enjoying yourself. Nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. But go for a purpose. Tap into that earth power that's there in that land that you've never been to. The tourist thing is fine. Go and hang out. But you also should be experiencing that land that you on. Find out about the land. Go to a history museum while you're there. Go to an art museum, wherever place you go to. Go and learn something about that place you've been to, so you can have some type of historical or some type of, geographical something that you can. That's a fascinating thing. When other people want to hear about you, you can come back and talk about the resort you went to. Everybody been to the resort. You go to Cancun. Yeah, everybody went to Punta Cana and all that. But when you go back and tell your friends that you went to the pyramids, down in Mexico, and they talked about the Aztec and their practices and this, that, and another, you know how fascinating that is? That's a spiritual wellness, because you're feeding into those that may be pondering if they should go travel themselves. See, there are a lot of people don't like going to the tourist things, just because there's a whole other world on the other side of tourism. Okay, so when you travel with a purpose, travel to experience the land that you land on. Okay, and another part of spiritual wellness: pray and meditate. Pray a lot. Don't pray as in you're begging and God is a genie. That's not prayer. Praying is that you're sending out your requests and you're thanking God, universe, Buddha, whomever, that it is done. It is, you are welcome. You are open to receive it. You meditate so you can hear. See, when you pray, you put the requests out there. When you meditate, you are breathing in, breathing out. You're letting go. You're relaxing. You're listening for an answer. See, that's part of spiritual wellness. Spiritual wellness is all about from the head to the toe. This energy just flowing in and out, that you get to tap into the God source. You are a divine being. That's what spiritual wellness is. Spiritual wellness is tapping into your inner divinity, your divine being. Okay? And last but not least, eliminate or limit your junk food, processed food. Eating at fast food restaurants. Try to eat as much fresh fruits and vegetables as you can. Eat home cooked meals. Eat, if you can, a lot of home cooked meals. Know that it was not packaged and sitting on a shelf. It's preserved with a lot of preservatives. it helps you listen. It helps you tap into your spiritual energy more when you are not filling your body with preservatives and toxins because your body is in upset. You don't, it's a lot of different things, and that may be a whole nother conversation. I may have to get a nutritionist. We may have to go live, and a nutritionist will sit up and tell you about all these things and what it does to your body. So follow me on Facebook, and I'm going to have one of my nutritionist friends that will tell you about the effects of junk food, processed food, and what it does to your body. If you're not a vegan, if you eat meat, you may not want to eat all types of meat. There's meat I will not ever. I don't go to Walmart, Target. I don't go to stores that mass manufacture cut pieces of meat because I have no idea where they got it from. If I get meat, it's from a local farm. I know it's, people don't like the eating, and they say eating animals is wrong. But you do go to a place, they did it humanely. They ain't beating them in the head and they slaughtering them, and they where we get our food from, I know that it's not, like I said, I'm not explaining. I'm not going to explain my way in it. That when we eat meat, I make sure it's local and they're in humane conditions. Okay, point blank. But there's a lot of places that you do not go get your food from because you don't know where it's being. You know what type of energy is put on those animals, the people that slaughtered those animals, the canned food, all that stuff. You got to be careful. Limited. Understand if you're on a budget, you'll be surprised if if you change your outlook and know that your spiritual wellness is part of the divine plan, you won't be able to afford eating the way you should be eating. Trust me, I know this for a fact. I know this to be true. I used to be concerned about, well, if we don't have money to eat. No, I've learned how to shop. I learned how to be resourceful. I learned how cooking saves us money. So, all right. So, spiritual wellness also can help fight depression and other mental strains that may be a challenge to deal with. Spiritual wellness helps you heal and give you a better understanding that other people are not responsible for your spiritual well-being. Spiritual wellness helps with forgiveness, relieves stress. It helps with mindfulness. That's with the mindfulness meditation. And improve health and anti-aging. How about that? When you tap into your spiritual wellness, when you start improving your spiritual wellness, when you start feeling good from the inside out, you start looking better, you start looking younger, you start glow, you have a different glow to yourself, and also the eating part. When you incorporate all those things I just named and you start doing that, you start seeing how you start feeling different, you start looking different, you start smelling different. Trust me. Like I said, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna have some people on that's going to give some more advice and suggestions on how your spiritual wellness ties to eating properly and taking care of your body properly. Lymphatic drainage, how you do the lymphatic massages, how you can do all that. Oh, honey, I got friends in high places. Anyway. So the conclusion is this with your spiritual wellness. How we should do this. How do you kickstart this spiritual wellness? Where do you start? First, as I said, you sit down and meditate. What spiritual practice resonate with you? Okay? But before you do that, the best thing I think would do to help you hear better, honestly, you fast. You empty toxins, the mental, physical, and emotional toxins. You get a clearer thinking process when you fast. You don't have to do a straight up like a whole long fast. At least do a breakfast. They have breakfast when you a break fast was breakfast. If you fast from 6 p.m. to the next day, so maybe 12 noon, 11 o'clock in the morning, starting with that, You don't eat after 6. You go in, you pray, you meditate, turn off the TV, you do that, go to bed, and you start doing that. Then you can start doing intermittent fasting. You can do 48 hours water, right? 48 hours water. And then after that, you go into raw fruit and vegetables. Do that 7 days. See, fasting is not just because you want something or you're trying to achieve losing weight. Fasting is also you want to gain some insight. Fasting is good to being insightful. Spiritual wellness help relieve stress. I said that already. Drink more water. That's part of your spiritual wellness. Every time I drink this water, I take a pause. And I don't think of anything bad before I drink water. I tend to put intention in my water. So I'll think of something. Just say, money flows to me easily and quickly in avalanches of abundance. I want to believe what I say. I'm pouring it into my body. So I have intentions when I drink water. I drink a lot of water, and I try to drink so much water because I want that energy from the water to cleanse me from the inside out. Okay? Smile more. There is this one exercise, and I want to do it right quick, and how you smile more. You go in the mirror every morning. When I talked about being intimate with yourself, this is what you do. You smile. Give you 10 seconds of smile. Just smile. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See how it is smiling? It don't take much effort. If you're not used to doing it, just try to think of something that's going to make you feel good. Try to do it for 10 seconds. Then add 5 seconds to it. Add 1 second, whatever. Try to do it on a daily basis, because how can you feel bad after you smile? How can you feel bad after you put a smile on your face? It changes your mood. Okay? All right. And when you know your value, you'll understand your future. Be the change you want to see. Spiritual wellness helps put you on the path of who you are in this earth, in this earthly realm. Who are you? What are you? What is your purpose? When you start tapping into your spiritual wellness, then you're going to start understanding that all of that mess that you've been through is for this moment right now, to put you on a path to move beyond all of the stuff that had tried to break you down, so you can live abundantly, so you can impact others, and you can love beyond your wildest dreams. We are here to entertain angels unawares. We are here not just for ourselves. And when you get that all of the hurt, all of the pain, all of the stuff, all of the crap that you lived with for so long that you thought that it was just you, when you let it go and you start just unburdening yourself, that's why it's good to have a coach and a therapist. It's good to talk to someone about what's going on so you can get clear that you are not in this together. There's no shame in the things that you may have done in your past. Please understand me. Everybody have a past. There are even people that appear to be so holier than thou. Trust and believe me, they got something they did that's very shameful to them. May not be shameful to anybody else, but it's shameful to them. So we all have something that we want to hide and we want to get rid of, and that is still unburdening yourself. If you got some shame, let it go. It is a trigger to the problems that you no longer need to hold on to. The next series that we're going to do after this will be mental health. We're going to talk about it. Mental health and why we don't talk about it, but we're going to talk about it. All right. So this is part 9 of Still Bleeding. It's been a long, extensive journey, and I'm so excited to move on, help others to break free from the things that have been bothering them and holding them back. Once again, I am Alanda Gregory. Goldie Loves You Wellness Coaching, Inspiration and Wellness Coaching. I am committed to helping others around me and others and throughout the world, throughout anywhere. I am committed to helping people find their purpose, living their best life, pursuing their goals, living their vision, and helping others do the same thing. Each If each one of us reach just one, we are doing a service that we were put here to do. Once again, go to my website, goldilovesyou.com. Click and subscribe on my page. First 100 subscribers will get a free gift. And join me on Facebook. There is a Goldie Loves You Inspiration and Wellness Coaching group. If you like to get in there, it's a more intimate setting. We have tips, we have support. If you would like to get a 15-minute free consultation, I would be glad to do that. Just go over to my website, www.goldilovesyou.com. Click on the booking, book that 15-minute consultation. We can talk. We can, I can see where you're at, what you need. I also have a membership. My website is membership based, and I also I have sessions that I charge for too. So if you like what you hear, like what you see, share this with someone that needs to hear it. Go back and look at the first 8 of this message, the first 8 of Still Bleeding. If you have not seen it yet, go to it and check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, love to love you. Goldie loves you, and I hope you love you too. Peace. That's it. That's all. Later.